Greetings, Malifaux fans. Welcome back to another Malifaux video battle report. I'm Crazy Carl from the Weird Forums, back with a 35 Soulstones scrap. Today it was going to be myself playing against my friend Pat Simpkins. I was playing aSom'er, and Pat was playing Perdita. So as I said, we were playing a 35 Soulstone scrap. Here's a shot of the board. We've got a nice big forest, huge hills, lots of nice line of sight blocking stuff, so really good board. We had Shared Destroy the Evidence, which you can see deployed all over the place. Mine were the wooden ones, his were the paper ones. Pat had Bodyguard on Perdita, good choice, and Family Justice, not sure if it's a great choice. I had Thwart, which was obviously hidden, and Gather Soulstones. I was up one Soulstone on at the beginning of the game, so I thought I'd be able to, gather another one at some point in the game and get that extra 2 points. So, here you see my crew, where I have Ophelia, along with Summer himself. The avatars attached, the Pickup Halts, a Mosquito, 3 Bayou Gremlins, and a Hog Whisperer. I did not take a Slawpaller, which I normally do, so it was very, very different for me playing this game. And I also had a large Soulstone cache. I had 6 Soulstones, so I thought that might be pretty useful. Pickup Halt, obviously, super good for Destroy the Evidence. So Pat had quite an interesting crew. He had a Watcher, he had Perdita, he also had the Guardian along with Sue, because there's a combo with Sue and the Guardian where you can cut yourself and pass off the wounds onto the Guardian, and the Guardian can heal himself up, which is a pretty nifty combo. And then, this is one half of the board, and then on the other half of the board, you see Pat has Nino and Santiago. I always get Francisco and Santiago messed up. So he had a nice little firing lane. You can see where they were deployed right near that forest and the giant hill, so I was going to try and have to get through there to get to my evidence marker. Not super easy for me. So after turn 1, I did not much. I out-activated him by having a ton of guys. I was able to get my my manifest requirement with aSom'er by having a couple of the gremlins hurt themselves, and then Summer healed them up and then healed himself up. My Hog Whisperer pretty much did nothing. She just sat there. My Pickup Halt launched a Bayou Gremlin at the neutral evidence marker, and then it destroyed it. You can see Perdita was walking up the hill to try and get to it, but she just really couldn't. I mean, with the elevation, there's just no way she could make it up there. Other than that, my crew really didn't do much. I had Ophelia move up behind that forest, and that was about it. Pat moved up Santiago and Nino to set up a really brutal firing line right through the center there. Not going to be a lot of fun for me. Too bad I didn't have McTavish. Would have been nice. And then on the other side of the board, you will see that Sue and the Guardian moved up next to each other because they're BFFs, and a Watcher flew up to get at evidence marker. So Pat had his crew really spread out, which I think was going to really hurt him this game, just because you really want the Ortegas to be able to support each other. Like, they're good models, but they really do need some support. They can't really just go off on their own. Well, Perdita can, but the rest of them really can't. So you can see on turn 2, Pat moved over to get ready to get that evidence marker, but I had summoned a Mosquito after avataring Summer, which you'll see in a moment. So I flew one of the Mosquitoes over to block off the Watcher from being able to destroy that evidence, so kind of just getting in the way. I moved Ophelia up onto that giant temple I also Uo-girled up aSom'er when we'll get to that picture. But I moved her up just to kind of put myself in the same position that Perdita was. Perdita had a nice firing lane and everything, and I wanted to have the same opportunities. So as you can see, I manifested aSom'er. Despite sacrificing a bunch of gremlins and through my control hand after discarding a couple cards, I drew no masks, so I was unable to reactivate aSom'er, so he just kind of sat there. I had a bunch of crows in my hand, though, so I really didn't care if I got shot at, and I guess as a result, that's why Pat really didn't shoot at me. I moved my Pickup Halt up a little bit, because why not? And the rest of my crew just kind of moved around. Hog Whisperer, again, doing pretty much nothing. I actually just tried to cast Stick Him in the Ass a couple times, and it just didn't happen. So next turn, you can see I used Ophelia to move up the Pickup Halts. I moved out, shot at something, I don't remember what it was something inconsequential, and then pulled the Pickup Halt up with Uo-girl just to kind of block things off, and then hopped her back into her hiding spot. aSom'er charged Santiago, and just destroyed him. I got a Severe on my Gore, and then with the Add a Girl trigger, I was able to Drumstick in to do another damage. And I don't think I did anything with my third action because, again, I drew no masks, so I couldn't reactivate her. That left him open to being shot at from Perdita, though, and Perdita got off 3 shots, only did like 2 or 3 damage, though, because his second shot, I flipped higher than him with a crow, so he decided to just let it go and not give me the gremlin. So Summer was able to live another day. The Watcher tried to disengage from my giant Mosquito, but my Mosquito flipped like 12s and 13s for its attacks, and he just couldn't move his Watcher, so I guess he just kind of had to deal with it as it was. And the other Mosquito just kind of flew over there to give me a nice spread. So, the next turn, the Watcher did eventually get away, and I just didn't activate the Mosquito for a little while, and the Guardian and Sue moved up to deal with him. However, I did have the other mosquito to fly over and cockblock the poor Watcher again. So that Watcher just really not having the best time, running around, getting stopped by mosquitoes. Not really the best day for him. A lot of action on the rest of the board. You'll see Nino is not there anymore because he was sitting there and I won initiative and Summer was able to charge in and kill him. Again, pretty simple. Got a Severe on my Gore, which is 7 damage, such a brutally strong attack. And just kind of went at it. Summer did take a wound somewhere, I think, and I was able to get a Bio Gremlin out, which went off and destroyed an evidence marker that turn. Oh, that's it. I actually let Nino shoot at Summer first. So Nino shot at Summer a bunch, but didn't do anything. But I was able to get a Gremlin, which destroyed another evidence marker. So I had a neutral evidence marker and the one in his deployment zone destroyed, plus one of the other ones which Summer destroyed. So here you see the Picklepult eyeing down Perdita, and it's really not going to do much. I just kind of moved it up there because why the hell not? I did actually launch up Ophelia to destroy my second evidence marker. I wasn't sure how this worked out. I used a Soulstone to cheat the death flip from the Picklepults. If that doesn't work, then she should have died. If it does work, well, she was good. She destroyed the evidence and flew around behind a hill. So next turn, you can see Sue moved over onto the evidence marker after destroying my mosquito. So I just moved my Picklepult down to engage him, so he couldn't do anything. Summer got Suey'd and bounced around and went and charged the Guardian, but only got him down to 2 wounds, so I wasn't able to kill him. And I'm not really sure what Ophelia was doing here. She just kind of moved up because, you know, she needed to. I think she tried to take a couple shots at a couple models or something. It just didn't really do much. And you'll see I have the Hawk Whisperer that really didn't do much at all. She was a healing flip on Summer, and that's about it. Perdita moved down, and she just really couldn't do much. She needed to try and get to that evidence marker. This is towards the end of the game. I think it was turn 6. And he was just short in action. He needed to kill the mosquito and then get there and activate the dynamite, and it just couldn't happen. So this is turn 5 that happened. And I also tried to kill her to deny him his bodyguard, but between Ophelia and Summer, I was only able to get her down to 2 wounds. So here at the end of the game, you see the Watcher sitting on the evidence marker, which he eventually destroyed. That little plucky guy eventually did destroy it. However, the game ended up being 4-2. He got 2 for his bodyguard, and I got 4 for destroy the evidence. So, great game, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.